Hello. Today we are coming with a brief Bible study, and we're going to be coming from Luke chapter 9, starting at verse number 38. And it reads like this. Now it came to pass, as they went, that he entered into a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha received him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, which also sat at Jesus' feet and heard his word. But Martha was cumbered about much serving, and came to him and said, Lord, dost thou not care that my sister have left me to serve alone? Bid her therefore that she help me. And Jesus answered and said unto her, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things, but one thing is needful, and Mary hath chosen that good part, which shall not be taken away from her. And from these scriptures, I wanted to talk about being busy. Sometimes we can get so busy with things in life that we really don't have time or really don't take the time for the Lord. And so here it is in this story that Martha has invited Jesus to her home. And while she's preparing a meal, as women like to do, we like to make everything just absolutely perfect. While she's preparing a meal, Martha's in the kitchen, she's working, but her sister, Mary, is sitting out at the feet of Jesus, listening to everything that Jesus says. So women kind of like to have everything in order when they're going to have guests, and they put out a whole big to-do about it when they have guests. And as is the case with just about every woman, you want everything to be perfect. I remember when my mom used to fix things for meals and stuff for people who were coming to the house, or people at the church. Everything just had to be absolutely perfect. And if it wasn't perfect, then if it wasn't good enough for her family, it was not good enough for her to serve. So here it is that Martha is wanting everything to be perfect. And she wants to get this meal out to the Lord and to the other visitors that were at her home. So she's there and she's working in the kitchen. And all of a sudden, I guess she had help before, but then her sister left and went to sit at the feet of Jesus. The Bible declares that she's here and she's listening at his word, not the word that was being taught like scribes or Pharisees who would teach what they had been taught. But here it was that the word was teaching the word. So she was sitting there. Mary was sitting there. She was taking it all in. And sometimes in life, we need to be to the point where we just take it all in too. So she's sitting there and she's listening to every word that's falling out of the mouth of Jesus. And so he's implanting something into her spirit. Martha, on the other hand, not saying that what she's doing is bad, because somebody has to fix the food, somebody has to feed the guests. But she's preoccupied and cumbered about with everything that's going on in the kitchen. And Mary is out there eating a feast already because she's feasting on the word. Have you ever been so busy with your life that seems like you didn't have enough time to study the Bible? Seems like you didn't have enough time to pray? Seems like everything in your life is so busy that even during the church services, you don't seem to be able to get to go to church because you're so busy, tied up with everything else. And so Martha's in the kitchen and she is trying to get everything done. She is trying to make sure that everybody eats. So she makes a statement to Jesus. And she wants Jesus to tell Mary to come in the kitchen and help her. But Jesus looks at Martha and he makes a statement to her. And he says to her, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things. So he knows that she's taken good care and she's taken her time out to get a meal on the table to feed him and to feed everybody who's going to eat with them. And he knows that she's taken time to do this. But he says, but one thing is needful, and Mary have chosen that good part. So Martha is looking at it from the point of view that she's got to get this meal on the table. But Jesus is thinking that I have bread to feed you that didn't come from anything that you fixed. I got bread of heaven. I am the bread of life. I am the one who is giving you the ability to eat food that will last you forever. And so he's telling Mary that Martha, you're busy, but Mary has chosen the good part. She's chosen that which cannot be taken away from her, that which she won't lose. You ever had God speak a word to you and it got down on the inside and it got to the point where you just truly, it got in your heart and you truly believe what God said? That's what was happening here. Mary was in there sitting at the feet of Jesus, listening to every word that he said, and the word of God got into her heart. Martha, on the other hand, not saying that she's bad, but she made a choice. We have a choice as to what we're going to do in our life. Whether we're going to keep on working and forget about the things of God, or whether we're going to make a conscious decision and choose to serve the Lord. So Mary made that choice that particular day, was that she wanted to go and sit at the feet of Jesus and take in the word that Jesus had to say. Martha made the choice on this particular day that she wanted to see about feeding everybody, which I said that somebody has to do that. But when you got the Messiah there, you've got the word, the living word there, teaching the word of God. The correct choice was made by Mary because she wanted to eat the food, the bread of heaven. She wanted to receive that bread from the bread of life, who was Jesus himself. She wanted to get this word of God from the Son of God. So she was connected. She wanted to hear what the Lord had to say. Her heart was open. She was ready to receive. But in life, we have to choose what we want to do. We can either choose, many of us have jobs, families, husbands, wives. We've got all kind of activities. But we have to make the choice to want to get along with God. And so here it is that Mary's making that choice. So the question is when it's time to spend time with God, what type of choice are you making? Are you making a choice to get with Jesus and get with his word and to get that good part? Or are you making a choice to go on and do what you have to do and to stay busy with life and to neglect prayer and to neglect reading the word of God? Just neglecting time to spend with the Lord. So you got to make a decision in your life. Do you want the good part? Do you want the part that can't be stolen away? Do you want the part that'll get down in your heart, that when you go through a difficult season, it'll be down in your heart and you can speak that word back and forth up? Do you want that part where you get this rivers of living water flowing out of your belly? You want this part where you will never thirst again? Do you want this part that teaches you about love, agape love, how to love your neighbor? So you got to make a choice. Either you're going to choose to sit at the feet of Jesus, you're going to choose to spend time with him and choose the good part, or you're either going to make a choice that you're just going to go ahead and do your own thing. Got to get in there somewhere. The choice is yours. So how are you going to live? What choices are you going to make? Going to choose the good part? Or are you just going to stay busy? Be cumbered about and careful for many things. Think about it. It's your life. It's your world. And it's just your opportunity to make time to spend with God. Choose the good part. This has been Evangelist Valerie Lowry coming to you with Proclaiming the Word of God. Until we meet again, be blessed and bye-bye. And P.S. Choose the good part. Bye-bye.